Hey everybody, today I've got an '08 ES350 Lexus, and the electric door latch sometimes doesn't work. It's built into the door latch here, so I'm going to show you how to replace it. Let's walk over, I'll show you the new part. Here's the new part. The electric door latch part is built in. As you see, there's the electrical connector there. It's all one piece. Supposedly people do take these apart and fix them, but this guy got his own part, so we're going to go ahead and install this in the car. So the first thing we need to do is get the door panel off. So to start with the door panel, you're going to need a hook tool, and in the arm pull, the door pull, you reach in here with your hook tool and you pull out the little piece of carpeting. A little piece of carpeting. You get the piece of carpeting out, there is a Phillips screw down in here. And then we have to pull out this piece here. I need both hands to do this. Let me get a Phillips screwdriver and pull this piece out, and I'll be right back. Alright, so like I said, this has this little black cover that sits in there. You pull this back, you take your hook tool and you pop it. It just has a bunch of, it's got three little clips that hold it in. You pull that out. Then you need a Phillips screwdriver to take the one screw out there. And the screws are different from this, from the armrest part. So this one's rounded. Set that there. And I already started taking this one out, but I can't seem to get it up now. There we go. Alright, so I do believe that is all the screws. I'm going to take this one out because it might be part of, there's a screw there. And then what I always do is I always take my hand and feel around the bottom of the door panel, make sure there's no more screws in there. I don't think there is, so we'll just go ahead and take this screw out here. I'm not sure if this is actually part of the door panel, but usually it is. So we'll go ahead and take that screw out. So now I'm going to need both hands here. I have a clip popper. This has clips around and up the side to take the door panel off. Let me get this unclipped and I'll come back. So I made a mistake. I started popping the clips out. As you can see, the door panel is loose now, but it wouldn't come loose here. So the switch is here, pop out, and then there's another screw behind the switches. Oh, and also too, you want to have the window up so you can get to the latch. So forgot a screw, no big deal. So there's one more screw behind the switches. That's why you want to do this stuff really easily. See there, now the door panel's all loose. I'll just go ahead and unplug this also. I'm going to need two hands. Let me go ahead and get the rest of the door panel off, and I'll be back. Well, once again, I missed another screw. There's a screw inside this vent here that you have to take out. Then after you get that out, the door panel comes off at the bottom and slides out. So now that we have the door panel, somebody's been in here before, that's okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start disconnecting some stuff. We're going to just disconnect the linkages here. You have a white and a green one, and they're pretty easy to disconnect. Hopefully there's enough light for you guys. You pop it out and then you move it over and it comes out. So the white one goes at the top, the green one goes at the bottom, same thing. They just pop out. This wire is already disconnected. There's a speaker wire there that needs to be disconnected. And then there is the light on the door needs to be disconnected. So there is the door panel off. So what I hate about these is they have this tar. The tar gets everywhere, all over your hands and everything. So we're going to have to unplug this. This is actually the plug that I showed you on the new latch. So that comes out, and now we have Torx here to take those out, and then these will come out with the latch. Go ahead and pull this down. and we'll have to get a light and see what else needs to come apart inside. Let me get a drop light and let me get the right torque. It's probably a T30. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's a T30. Let me get the T30 and we'll look in here and see what else we need. Okay, I was correct. These are T30s. And then inside the door here, the latch is behind this track for the window. There's a 10 millimeter here that needs to come out. So we'll take the 10 millimeter out and hopefully this track will come out of the way. This electrical connection I do believe is on the outer door handle. It's not on the latch itself. And their door handle slides in here, so that's something you got to be sure about. Let me show you on this. So the door handle slides here where my pinky is, and then I do believe that there is a key that you can't see, that lock tumbler that hooks up in this part here. So let me get this off and these out, and we'll continue on. I took the 10 millimeter bolt out here, and here is that window track. I pushed it above and my light is holding it out of the way. So now when you look in there, you can see the door latch right here. This is where the outer door handle comes in here. And then there is another piece right here for the door lock. I'm not sure, I've never done one of these yet. Up in here, I'm sorry. So we're gonna take and keep looking and find out what is going on, how to get that part apart. All right, so I was able to unbolt the latch and slowly start pushing it down. And that lock piece I told you about is right here. It flexes enough so you can get the latch out. So now all I have to do is get the latch out of here. And I have to switch these cables over. Let's see. Looks like the right one. Now this latch here has a little trap door that you have to pry open and get out, but this one here just pops up, disengages, and then just drops back in and then engages there. This one here pops open this way. Since this is the old latch, I really don't have to worry about damaging this as long as the cable doesn't come out. So I'm just going to take my pick tool in here and pop that open. And now the blue cable slides out. Cable slides in, latches down, and the cover closes. So now this latch is done with. So now, like I said, I got to put this in, slide this in to get the door lock linkage engaged here, and get the bolts in. I'm not going to be able to do this with the camera in my hand. This might take a while to get this all lined back up. All right, with a little finagling, I was finally able to get everything lined back up. And on this car here, I don't think this gentleman knows this, but I'm going to show him when he comes picks up the car. This little cover here and your key fob, inside your key fob, there's a key. You have to stick the key in here. There's a hole. That'll release this, and then you have a keyhole. So I did this and put the key in and worked this back and forth to make sure that that rod that goes from the lock cylinder into the latch is working properly. Because he was saying he had to stretch across the seat to unlock the door. He didn't realize that there was a key right here. It goes right in here in your key fob and locks. And then this is just a cover that pops on. All right, so now that I got this piece back in, that's the piece that the door handle pushes down to open the door, and then the piece up here, that there is that rod that is hooked up to the lock cylinder and into the latch to make sure that is lined up and that is working properly. I went ahead and I put the three T30 bolts back in and tightened up. I have the cables here ready to go on. I need to hook the electrical connection back up here, so we're ready to go back together. I'm not going to show you how to put it back together. It's pretty explanatory. You put the weather shield back on, which fell off, which is down there now. You put the weather shield back on. You hook up all your electrical connections. You hook up the linkages for the door lock and the inside handle. Then the door panel slides in and down and then engages in all these holes right here all the way around. Then you put your screw in here, your other screw in here, your other screw in here, put your little carpeting piece, you put your little trim piece back, and it's done. Alrighty, buddy. I'm gonna leave it at this. This is not too bad of a job. It is kind of a pain to line up that one piece. So that took me easily 15 minutes to get that lined up properly. So I finally got that lined up properly. So now also too, I need to pull the light out to put the window track back in. I'll do that next. And that's it. So there you go. There's an overview on how to change the door lock actuator on an 08 ES350. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. You can always do that right there in the corner. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the videos. And if you don't like the videos, give me a thumbs down. And please comment. We'll talk to y'all later.